Good day, greeting students. I am very happy to meet you all again in grade 11 economics. We are in our last chapter, chapter number 9, the use of statistical tools. So before we go into this chapter, let us quickly recall what are the chapters we have learnt and what are the statistical tools we know, and how we are going to use those statistical tools. So our first unit was introduction. Then we discussed about data collection, so we did data classification, that is organization. Then we spoke about the presentation techniques. Data presentation, and then we have the measures of central tendency, and then measures of dispersion, and finally correlation. We have correlation, then index numbers. So what are the various things we have discussed? We spoke about data collection, data classification, the presentation of data, measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, correlation, and index numbers. Those are the various chapters that we have discussed. These are not only chapters, these are actually these are actually the statistical tools. இதெல்லாமே சாப்டர்னு நம்ம பார்த்தோம், பட் இது எல்லாமே ஒவ்வொரு ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்கல் டூலை தான் மென்ஷன் பண்ணுது. ஸோ என்னென்ன ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்கல் டூல்ஸை வந்து நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா, we have discussed about data collection. So data collection, இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு ஸ்டடி பண்ணுறோம், ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு ப்ராப்ளமை ஸ்டடி பண்ண போகிறோம், அதோட காஸ் அண்ட் எஃபெக்ட்ஸ், அதோட ப்ராப்ளம் ஏரியாஸ், அதோட சொல்யூஷன்ஸ், அதுக்கான மெஷர்ஸ், ஆல் திஸ் இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு ஸ்டடி, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் இஸ் யூ நீட் டு கலெக்ட் data. So that is the first statistical tool we have discussed. என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம்? Data collection, collecting data. So இதில் primary data இருக்குது, secondary data இருக்குது. We have primary data and secondary data. We spoke about the types, modes and methods of data collection. So mode of data collection is survey, conducting a survey. Then types, talking about what? Talking about the primary data and the secondary data. Methods நம்ம சொல்றது personal interview, mailed interview, okay, telephonic interview, all these are methods. Then comes data classification. So on the basis of time, place, quantity and quality, we classify the data. On the basis of what? On the basis of time, place, quantity quality. Okay, what are the bases? Time based classify பண்றது we call it as chronological classification or temporal classification. Place, on the basis of place when you classify, you call it spatial classification. Okay, on the basis of quantity when you classify, it is called quantitative classification. When you classify based on quality, it is called qualitative classification. Clear children? And then we have data presentation. So collect பண்ண டேட்டாவை எதுக்காக நம்ம classify பண்ணுறோம் இல்லைனா organize பண்ணுறோம்? We also discussed about the frequency distribution, isn't it? We also spoke about frequency distribution. So organize பண்ணுறப்போ we need to organize it as a frequency table if required. Alright, then data presentation. Collect பண்ண டேட்டாவை present பண்ணுறோம். எதுக்காக பண்ணுறோம்? To understand the data, to for an easy understanding. Okay, for making others to understand. Organize பண்ணுறப்ப நமக்கு புரிஞ்சிடும், அடுத்தவங்களுக்கு புரியணுங்கிறதுக்காக we go for data presentation. That is like tabular presentation, textual or descriptive presentation, and diagrammatic presentation. So என்னென்ன presentation இருக்கு நமக்கு? Tabular presentation, textual presentation and diagrammatic presentation. Alright, next we have the measures of central tendency. What is that? Measures of central tendency. So the numerical way of explaining data is called as a measure of central tendency. So என்னெல்லாம் இருக்குதுல நமக்கு? We have the most commonly used averages: arithmetic mean, median and mode. What are the things we have? Arithmetic mean, median, mode. Okay children, so these are the measures of central tendency. நம்மளோட numerical way of understanding and explaining the data is called as arithmetic mean, median, mode. Okay, next in measures of dispersion we have discussed about range, quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation. So what are the things we have? We have range, quartile deviation, mean deviation and standard deviation. These are the measures of dispersion. Why do we have measures of dispersion? Because we need to find the difference. நமக்கு கிடைக்கிற arithmetic mean or median or mode is an average. So இந்த averageலேருந்து எவ்வளோ differentiate ஆகுது, the values, the actual values, how much they are different, they are diverged from the arithmetic mean, median or mode. To find that we have the measures of dispersion. Next comes correlation. Okay, so for finding the relationship between two variables. So what is that? Finding the relationship between two variables. ரெண்டு வேரியபிளுக்கு உண்டான ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பை நம்ம கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது தான் correlation. What sort of relationship do they have? Is it strong or is it weak? Is it a positive correlation or a negative correlation? whether there is a relationship. இது எல்லாமே find பண்றது எதனாலமா? Through the statistical tool which is called as correlation. Okay children, and then we have index numbers. What are those index numbers? It is a statistical device for measuring the changes. Okay, in this relationship to measure the changes of the variables, evlo change aayirukku, or what is the magnitude, what is the intensity of the change that has happened. To discuss all these things, we have the index number. What do we have? We have the index numbers. So these are the statistical tools we have discussed about. So ipo neenga when you are doing a project in 11th or in 12th or in future in your company, you need to follow these tools. You can take help of these tools like data collection, data classification, on the basis of what nu ungalku therinjirukano. Then how can you present your data? You need to know. Then your central tendency, what are the measures of numerically explaining these, and then we have the measures of dispersion. So how much they are different from each other, and then correlation. It is the relationship between two variables. Then we have index numbers for measuring the changes, for finding the magnitude of the changes. These are all the statistical tools we have discussed so far. Ivlo naal nama discuss panna statistical tools. Now how do you make a project and how do you put these into practice? Practical use la idella nama eppadi use pannuvom? How do you make projects about economic activities like consumption, production? To know about it, to find the cause and effects of a problem, we do some projects. Okay, so you need to analyze data. Now when you want to know about the consumer demand for a particular product, okay, for your new product, you would like to know the consumer demand அப்படின்னா what you have to do? First you have to collect data. The same data you would be classifying, then you would present it either in tabular format, textual format, or diagrammatic format. Then central tendency, you will have that numerical way of explaining. Measures of dispersion is there, like how much they are different from the original values nama paakalam. Correlation, to talk about the relationship between two variables, adavadhu is the consumer demand met with the supply? adukku etha alavukku nama supply pandroma illa nama production irukra alavukku demand iruka? How much they are related? The price, does it play any important role there? That and all we have to see in correlation. Then index numbers for measuring the changes. What is the magnitude of changes we have seen in this relationship? Is all we do in a particular project, or when we want to analyze a problem or a particular division of study. Clear children? So these are the statistical tools that we are going to discuss in this session of how to use them. Let us now discuss about how these statistical tools are used for doing a project. Idella books la mattum da iruka? Are we just reading it for an academic purpose? No, not only for academic purpose, it is there for research analysis. Enna research ah irundhalum the same methodology, the same statistical tools are followed. Till today our government is following these techniques. Census is a big example for this. Data collection they are doing, data classification they do, quantity, quality, time, place ellame verify பண்றாங்க. Alright, then data presentation. You get that in NSS release, National Sample Survey, census முடிச்சிட்டு அவங்க என்ன பண்றாங்க, they are giving you a detailed analysis. அதில் tabular presentation இருக்கு, textual presentation இருக்கு, diagrammatic presentation is also there. Then measures of central tendency. They are telling you the median. How much percentage of them are literate, 50% here, 50% there, average percentage, average school going children, average age, average lifespan, idellame averages. Okay, most frequent data, ipo most of them earn 10,000 per month அப்படிங்கிறது mode. Alright, and then they go for measures of dispersion. இதை வச்சு தான் அவங்க tax fix பண்ணுறாங்க. Isn't it, children? So about 10,000 or about 1 lakh is a limit means, so அதுலேருந்து differentiate ஆகிறவங்களுக்கு there is no tax. 10% on each 1,000 அப்படிலாம் சொல்கிறது என்ன? Measures of dispersion. Correlation, studying about the demand and supply, studying about the relationship between education and population. How education and population can be related? Yes, as people get educated, they'll know that the population should be in control. They're aware of the population explosion. அப்போ education improve ஆக population growth is kept in a limit. That relationship would be found. Index numbers, we saw about the consumer price index, the human development index, we discussed so many index numbers. So we are using all these. This is not only in books. Booksல மட்டும்தான் இதெல்லாம் இருக்குங்கிறது no. We are putting these into practice. We are putting all these statistical tools into our real life situation. The government is using it, and I am going to expect you to create your own model project. I am going to give you an assignment where you prepare a model project and show it to me. So that's what we are going to do. So we are going to first discuss the steps of making a project. ஒரு project எப்படி பண்ணணுங்கிறத first we are going to discuss, and then we will be discussing each step in detail. So as I said, this is used for real life situations. So what are the things that we can study with it அப்படினா, you can analyze economic activities. So statistical tools are used to analyze economic activities like profit ratio எல்லாம் கொடுக்குறோம் இல்லையா, we give in ratio, we give everything in ratio. Okay, consumption, production, banking, finance, insurance, in all the economic activities, in business, profession, everywhere you need it. For example, when you are going to expand your business, so நீங்க உங்க business expand பண்ணனும்னா you should go for loans. So you need to tell the bank about your expansion project. அதுக்காக you have to give a detailed analysis. அதுக்கு இந்த statistical tools எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணணும். So if I expand, my profit will go up. அப்படிங்கிறது how do you present it? In graph, in figures. All these things are very, very important. Right, children? So why do we do it actually? to study a problem or a particular system. Okay, this is used to what, children? To study a problem or a particular system. Now what are we going to discuss is, you will have to do some projects. Okay, industrial visits might not be possible now. Ippo industrial visits poradhu, it's not that safe, but still you can use technology like Google Forms and all the other techniques to analyze a particular thing, and then you can present a sample project to me. That's what we are going to do. So first we are going to get to know what are the steps in making a project. So ஒரு project பண்ணனும் அப்படினா what are the steps? Okay, why are we talking about a project now? Because I am going to make you do a project, as well as a project is required. Project ங்கிறது academic purpose மட்டும் கிடையாது. Any research that you do is called a project. Even in a scientific analysis, when they are finding vaccination, என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, they collect data. Okay, they collect information. Data ங்கிறது என்னம்மா, information. Even in a scientific project, they get information about the particular disease. Then they will organize it. How they will classify it, it's like based on blood group or something like that, they'll classify it, and then they'll have it in a presented form, in a graph or in a tabular presentation or in a textual presentation. They'll present it. The next thing they'll do is, for what? This and all is done for analyzing the data, to understand the data and to explain the same to others. To do what? To explain the same to others. They will be analyzing this data. Clear, children? This is what they will do. After analyzing the data, they will give you a conclusion. So in the disease idanaala da spread agudhu, you have to do these preventive measures, the causes, the symptoms. Even in a scientific project they are doing, right? So don't limit it to an academic project. Or academic project kaha idu limit pannama, understand it for knowledge basis. Alright children, you have to understand it for what? Knowledge basis, not only for simply about the academic project, training project. You have to understand it for the real thing. Okay children, so what are the various steps toward making a project? The steps in making a project. The first step is to identify a problem or an area of study. So what is the first step? Identification of problem or an area of study. So first you will understand what problem is there, a problem that you are going to study. Ennatha patti neenga vandu you are going to make this project. So in your company, take it in a bigger sense, okay? In your organization, there is a new product released, but the product is not reaching a good sales margin. Adoda sales expect panna alavukku illa. So So what do? You want to identify the problem first. So what is your problem? That the sales is not up to the level. அது அவ்வளோ குட்டாக இல்லைன்னு நீங்கள் ஸ்டடி பண்ணுறீங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் யுவர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப். ஆர் அண்ட் ஏரியா ஆஃப் ஸ்டடி அப்படின்னா அதே ப்ராடக்டோட சேல்ஸை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நீங்கள் பார்க்குறீங்க. ஸ்டடிங் அபவுட் த சேல் ஆஃப் த பர்டிகுலர் ப்ராடக்ட். தட் இஸ் யுவர் ஏரியா ஆஃப் ஸ்டடி. Then you are going to discuss the choice of your target group. We have seen in chapter 2 as population, right? So நம்ம யார்கிட்ட question கேட்க போகிறோம்? Who are the people who comes under our project? யாரை பற்றி நம்ம ஸ்டடி பண்ண போகிறோம்? யார்கிட்ட நம்ம questions எடுக்க போகிறோம்? From where we are going to choose our sample? Our population is our target group. So the consumers are your target group. இல்லையா? In this case, when you want to talk about the sales margin not reaching up, your target group is your consumers. நீங்கள் promoters கிட்டேயோ distributors கிட்டேயோ போய் கேட்குறத விட you can reach out to the consumers directly. What they like and not like about the particular product can be discussed. Okay, next you have collection of data. The third step is to collect data. In the second step you discuss your population and your sample. Both will be finalized here. எதெல்லாம் இங்கே finalize பண்ணுறீங்க? Population, that's your target group. From them you will choose a sample. That is done. From them you have to collect data. You have to choose your mode, method, everything here. Next comes organization and presentation of data. So classifying it, presenting it will come here. Organization and presentation of data. That is your next step. So whatever data you have collected, you have to make it into an understandable term. So organization and presentation of data. After you do that, you will analyze it. What will you do, children? You will analyze it. Analysis and interpretation. Okay, what do you do next? Analysis and interpretation. So whatever data you have got, you are going to analyze it and interpret it. So understanding, interpretation enna, you understanding the data to explain it to others. So that is called analysis and interpretation. Then you have conclusion. What did you understand from the project? So இப்போ நீங்கள் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணிங்க இல்லையா ஒரு ப்ராப்ளமை, அதோட காஸ் அண்ட் எஃபெக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் கலெக்ட் பண்ணி you would have done. And what did you understand? Did you reach your objective? ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி first you need to set your objectives. Okay, once you set your objectives, in your conclusion you have to verify if you have attained that objectives. அந்த objectives reach பண்ணிட்டீங்களான்னு verify பண்ணுறதுக்கு பேர் தான் conclusion. Then you have bibliography. So what were your reference works? Did you use any other sources of information? All those have to be presented in bibliography. எதுக்காக அப்படின்னா when someone questions your project, from where did you take this definition? இது ரிலேட்டடா இருக்கா? இந்த டேட்டா எங்க இருந்து கிடைச்சிச்சு? Your project depends on your data. So when you are taking secondary data, you need to have a source. That source information will be given in bibliography. Clear, children? So these are the steps in making a project. What are the steps? Identification of problem, choice of target group, collection of data, organization and presentation, analysis and interpretation, conclusion, bibliography. So in the next session we will discuss these steps in detail, and we will also discuss what are the what are the statistical tools we use in each step. எல்லா ஸ்டெப்ஸ்லையும் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுற ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்கல் டூல் என்னன்றதை நம்ம வெரிஃபை பண்ண போகிறோம். Alright, children, so in the next session we will discuss the rest. Okay, thank you, and may you all have a wonderful day today.